quilter bass block v803 unboxing video. Peace out.
Hello everybody. So today I have the new quilter bass block v803 and it's supposed to be 800 watts. Now, as y'all don't see, but it has a monitoring setting. It's supposed to be give you full power, the full 800 watts at 4 ohms, and I think it's 450 or 500 at 8 ohms. Then you have the warm tone will give you 500 watts, then 300 watts at 8 ohms, 500 watts at 4 ohms. Then you have Q-tube, which they give you the old vintage 60 amp, like the Ampeg XTV and all that stuff. Now, I have my 5-string, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with master volume at, I guess, probably 7 o'clock. Then we're gonna have the gain at 7 o'clock. Then we're gonna have the treble at 7 o'clock. Pretty much everything at 7 o'clock, and then we're gonna turn it from there. All right, so let's go and get this started. Now, I got the mute switch. It's a little red switch, so you probably can't see it. Let me see, probably aim the camera, but so we'll figure that out. Now, right now they got an active pass switch. We're gonna start on monitoring. Low settings. EQ off. Now, turn the gain up just a little bit. No EQ. Now y'all see, it's very light settings. Now, I want to show y'all something. Here, right here, it say 800 watts. Now, I got this above 7 o'clock, and y'all see how the volume sound. Now, some amps you have to dial in the EQ. So let me dial in a little bit of mid-range, a little bit bass. Now, I'm going to dial in the volume some. And this is on active. Now, y'all know y'all could barely hear me. And this will be 800 watts. I ain't even begin to play nothing. Remember, this 800 watts, they say. Now, low volume. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna crank the volume up. Remember, my bass has no EQ. Got my pickups right in the middle, where you get both pickups. Now, let me add a little EQ to it. Okay, that's bass all the way up. Let me cut it back just a little bit. Put it right in the center. Add a little bit of treble. Now, this is supposed to be 800 watts, even at half power. Now, the bottom cabinet that I have is 8 ohms. Even at 8 ohms, this amp do not have enough volume. Now, I'm gonna crank up the gain. Mid frequency. They say The moderate supposed to be the most powerful setting. Now, let's go drop down to warm. Cut back. Now the warm setting has a little bit of juice to it. Now, I can go in and start playing some slap music. Now I'm gonna play some slap music, turn the master volume down. Now, so, ain't really too much to do from there. But the key point, as I want to make in this video, now of course I can go on, crank the amp up. Now I'm in a small room. I got this master volume, and I'm gonna do this real quick so y'all can see. Master volume. I have the master volume just about there. And they claim this is supposed to be 800 watts. Now, of course, I'm sending this back because Quilter has lied to the customers. There's nowhere in the world 800, even half the wattage, 400 watts. I should. And this is an active bass. Even when I add the EQ, of course the EQ is going to shape up things. Now, with the EQ, it sounds full. But look where I'm at. I got my bass all the way up. Now I got my EQ just about all the way up. Treble. And this is a 600 watt speaker at the bottom. And that's the tone now. All right, so okay, maybe. Now this is the warm setting. So you got the Q setting, the moderate setting. Don't get me wrong, the amp has a nice sound, but it's missing power. Now, watch this, I'm put it in mute. So it's in mute. Grab this jazz bass. Now, all my basses, well, my 2 4-strings have EMG pickups. And we know EMG makes some hot pickups. Now, this is an active setting. Now, active setting with EMG pickups that's battery powered. Y'all see how low it sounds. Now, of course, this don't have no EQ. Now, of all fairness, let me add a little EQ to it. All right. This is on the flat setting. Now, the key point I'm making is, unless you blasting the EQ like crazy, which you shouldn't really have to do on no amp, and turn the amp all the way up, this is the only way you get anything out of this amp. Now this is in active mode. Now let's try passive mode. Now passive mode gives a great boost, but still, I have this thing at 12 o'clock now because I added a little EQ. But like my other bass, I had an EQ button on there. And sometimes you can do double EQ. Now, I just turned the master volume up. If anybody hear that, it just increased the volume just a little bit. Now maybe I may have to dig in just a little bit. Okay. But look, I had to turn the master volume up to even give y'all that little bit. Now let me try it at 12 o'clock. Now, let's try at just about low volume. Now, don't get me wrong, the tone sounds nice, but I have to crank the EQ and put it on the passive switch. And the passive switch, you know, do whatever you want with that. But that's how that does. Now let's try back pickup. Now, the tone is there. Now, the way I really, so they say do some slapping on the bass. Now I just start slapping on the bass, the light is clipping. Now that is in passive. Now let's try it in active. All right, now, it's like you have to dig in deep in this amp to really get the amp to wake up. Here's the problem with that. When you dig in deep into an amp, especially when you're playing in a cool, calm setting, it don't work that well because you're gonna be lost in the rest of the band and the band mix. So, they got the scoop sound. Now the scoop sound is where you scoop out the mids. Now, the amp has amazing sound, but it's lacking in power. it's like I had to really play the bass like I'm at a concert to push this amp. And it shouldn't be that way. So I'm gonna check out the last bass because they got different voices. Now this is not but a precision bass. You can do now. Don't get me wrong, the sound is nice. But the one problem that I didn't mention in the first part of the video, it makes this very strange noise. Now part of it is, I had to switch my cable. And when I switched my cable, I could tell the difference that the noise went down. But I'm saying, they say overall rating of this amp is lightweight. Perfect. The negative parts about it is, I'm used to when I'm dialing in an amp, especially volume, especially if I put it, now this is barely on. EQ. Because some basses you got to dial in the EQ. But I got to turn this amp almost all the way up to max to get any type of decent sound. So, I played the V803 years ago. It was nice. The sound is not bad, but they are lying about the wattage. And I've seen a few videos, and the videos I've seen is, of course, when you have high tech, they put stuff to DIs, over mixing. This is no DI, no editing far as the sound. You get raw sound. And I only plan to one of these cabinets. Now, if both cabinets was 8 ohms, I'll hook up both cabinets. Now you got some amps, once you hook up 2 cabinets, it might be one of them amps that you might have to hook up 2 cabinets to get the full sound, or find a single full cabinet. Even when I switch to 4 ohm, hold up. There we go, it's the opposite, okay? Now, now this is the 4 ohm cabinet, the one up here. Now I did see a little bit of volume increase. which that's not bad. Of a volume increase, but and they said this switch supposed to, once you switch it, supposed to knock down the ohmage. Now, what I'm gonna do, plug up the 5-string in this setting. See, if you a guitar player, you don't get head wrong. You can run over play a counter melody or a lead part and all that stuff. But when you're the bass player, unless you're a solo bassist, you got to stay in the pocket. Breaking this up some because it sounds flat. Cut back on the bass. Now, this sounds good. Now, only thing I say is, I have this at 12 o'clock now. Of course, with the 4-ohm cabinet, it helped boost up the wattage. I got it in the warm setting, but still, I got my bass all the way up. On all my basses, I should not have to have my bass cranked all the way up. So I said, what you rate this amp? My star ratings of this amp: looks, easy use, 4.5. Sound quality, a solid 4. Because extra enhancing does work. They got a scoop input, and a flat input. That's not bad. You know, most amps you gotta just have a little switch. And there's not really big of a difference. Only difference is with the scoop, you just get a little scoop. It means the flat, you just get a straight sound. Now, if you switch it in passive mode, you can get tons of volume, which that's good. But the problem is, even with the passive mode, you get the clipping. And when you are playing aggressive and you start clipping, next thing you know, the amp gonna start clipping. And what they do with these Class D amps is, most of them, when they start clipping, the amp do a quick shut off. Luckily, this has not happened to this amp. And as I'm gonna keep this amp head, no. I'm sending this back, probably get a Fender Rumble or maybe the Genzer. I played out the Fender Rumble. Fender Rumble, hands down, is a winner. I had the 500, I had the little combo amp. The Fender Rumble, the 800 is exactly 800 watts. This right here is giving more about 500, maybe 400. Now, then again, of course, I can't really crank this amp up, but even with the little bit of volume that I have, even in this small setting, it's not that sound. But I had to do a demo because I had not seen many demos on this amp. And I'm gonna say real demos. I ain't talking about no process demo where they gotta mix in audio. So that is the video of me checking out the Quilter bass block v803 bass amp. Holidays, Happy New Year's to all of y'all. That's all I gotta say. Let's keep music alive. Peace out.